released or captives released as a result of these operations. But, there is an ongoing, joint military task force in the area, the geographical area, especially between Cameroon and Nigeria, where Boko Haram seems to be propagating their terror cells and their encampments. These encampments have been dislodged, although no known confirmation has come forth so far.
Sophia, I'm wondering about the identities of the freed hostages. Do we know whether any of the freed hostages are the Chibok schoolgirls who were abducted in Nigeria in April 2014?
Well, I have to say that it is very difficult to substantiate whether or not the girls are part of this 900, because nobody really knows what happened to the girls who were abducted in Chibok. Many have speculated that the girls were taken into what is known as the forest or the encampment, which Boko Haram has chosen to hide into the Sambisa forest. But that is almost 60 square kilometers of forest ground. The Nigerian army is, infiltrated that forest area, not only looking for the girls, but also, disbanding Boko Haram itself. So of the 900, collectively, of the persons who have been released, it is doubtful that any of the captives are part of the 200 Chibok girls. If indeed one or two have escaped, it is very possible that they have been incorporated back into numbers or populations such as this, but no substantial confirmation over the 200 Chibok girls.
There has been a wave of attacks in Cameroon's far northern region since July. Does the government and the wider task force have a clear plan on how they plan to tackle Boko Haram?
Well, the multinational joint task force has always been looked at as a non-starter, or better said, slow starter, just because of the political will behind each country providing troops to fight Boko Haram in this specific area. That's Chad, Niger, Nigeria, Cameroon, and also Benin. Although Benin doesn't readily share a border, the risk or the threat of terror is very real. And so Boko Haram has now taken on no longer a Nigerian identity, but a regional identity, spreading not only its propaganda, but also its level of recruitment. And the commitment from these other neighboring countries, along with Nigeria, in this joint multinational task force is really to provide troop numbers and also share the terror threat that is within the region, and also bring about a level of stability in terms of security. There have been, internal challenges that the Joint Task Force has had and has made very public. The strength of the task force really is in the African Union backing through the Security Council, and also the greater bodies of the United Nations, looking at how border and transborder crises like Boko Haram can really be contained.
How big of a victory is this in the greater scheme of things?
Well, one can assume that if one captive is released, that is a victory in itself. But 900 persons who were in the, territory, or were in the control of Boko Haram, is a substantial amount of people to have released. But also the, identifying where Boko Haram is based and the heart of their operation is really the high point of this type of, operation by the joint multinational task force. And Nigeria has also said that, they will do whatever it takes. Constantly, when we speak to Nigerian authorities, the military, or the presidency itself, there is a continued priority that Boko Haram must be stopped. And if that means putting aside any issues that are going on, pre-existing issues with their neighboring countries, they're willing to dialogue over that and really place their focus on a joint effort to really stop this violence that has been brought about by this terror organization.
Sophia, you highlighted that this task force has challenges. I'm wondering, is this the start of a wider, more coordinated, prolonged operation against Boko Haram?
There is no doubt. Cameroon has gained a lot of success, as an example, by being able to absorb military intelligence through foreign aid. For example, the United States committing 300 troops, and providing, intelligence and drones that would be able to patrol that specific area. Also having the French partner with Cameroon has helped a great deal in reducing the territorial gains made by Boko Haram. And Nigeria would hope to replicate the same success, looking at not only the partnerships with Cameroon and all the other Lake Chad Basin countries, but also looking at an international push, not only continentally, but, from countries that would possess, hardware, and not only just provide the training and intelligence that has been provided by, say, the United States or some of the other countries, but a real troop number effort, including weaponry, that would bring about a terror war to bring down Boko Haram and its leadership.
Sophia Adengo coming to us live from Nigeria. And now we move on to other news. Senior Labour